Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub on Pub Sports Radio. It is Friday, November the 12th. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, ready to break down an NBA card on a Friday. It's a big one as usual on Fridays. 11 games on tap. Let's get to it. New York, Charlotte to get us rolling, to tip the ball off. New York minus 1.5 point road favorites, 224 the total in this one. The Knicks coming off a defeat at the hands of the Bucks, 112-100 on Wednesday night, looking to bounce back. It's been a team that's kind of gone back and forth, alternated wins and losses lately. They had the 2 losses in a row to the Raptors and the Pacers, beat the Bucks after that, lost to the Cavaliers, bounced back, beat the short-handed Sixers after that, lost to Milwaukee in their last game. Not a very happy locker room after that game against Milwaukee the other night. A lot of the players and the Thibodeau talking of frustration of not being able to close, letting the Bucks finish the game the way they did on a massive run to put that game away. So we'll see if the Knicks can bounce back here against Charlotte. I think they could, and I like New York here in this game just to get the win. I'm going to go money line. It's a tough spot for Charlotte. Been on the road a very long time. Golden State, Sacramento, 2 games in L.A., They wrap up the road trip in winning fashion against Memphis the other night, 118-108. I think this is a spot where back home off that trip, it's a tough one for Charlotte. I like the Knicks here. Lean to the over as well. Charlotte's definitely a team I'm not hesitant to bet overs with. So I lean that direction, but I like the side a little bit stronger with the Knicks here. Skee, are you involved in this one? New York, Charlotte.
Yeah, if I'm playing this one, and I did play it actually, I like the Knicks. I like them first half though, because for one, Charlotte off that long road trip, it's a flat spot. First game back at home, and 2, they've been the slowest starting team. Like they're the worst first half team in the association so far. They have a minus 8.1 margin that's 30th compared to the Knicks, who are number 1 plus 4.4. So I like that, and I like that the Knicks protect the paint. Charlotte can give it up in the paint. I think the other day about reasons why Charlotte is starting slow. So I like the Knicks first half.
All right, Knicks first half for Skee. Dutch, what do you like here?
Yeah, real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents out there in Wi-Fi land. It's all love. Be sure to hit the motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plain of Skittles cake. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. First of all, also, Ski. I like that jersey, man. Coming real fresh to town, baby. I know who's on that jersey, though. You don't even got to show me who's on it.
You know.
Yeah, man. Sure. The chef. Yeah, man. But when it comes to this game, I really want to backwood the fuck out of this bitch. But over 12.5 points, I don't know why. It just looks so fucking appealing to me. Plus money for Kemba Walker. I know, Mr. Smiley Face might have a game, might not. This is against his boys, though. Plus money. I might take a shot on it, to be honest with you. I think he goes in there, shows out against the Hornets. I like the over here a little bit as well. It has went down, but neither one of these teams could stop fucking anybody, especially that backcourt for New York. Suspect as well. But Kemba hit a couple jumpers. I see him get, 15 plus tonight. I might take a shot at that.
All right, liking the prop there with Kemba. Trot Wham, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going to actually go back to the well. Even though we've been off this Miles Bridges train for the points, it's actually been dropping down. It was at 20.5. Right now we're getting 18.5. So the market did adjust there. I like the 18.5 over points. This Knicks team is allowing the 5th most points to forwards here at 69 points per game. I think they continue to do that here in this spot. Miles Bridges over 18.5 points is the way I'm going here.
All right, Miles Bridges back to the well for Wham with Miles Bridges props for Charlotte. All right, Detroit, Cleveland. We've got the Cavaliers, 4.5, 5-point home favorites in this game. 200.5 the total in this game. This has been my nice little gold mine, my nice little treasure chest in the NBA lately, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I escaped by the skin of my teeth with them the last game. I took plus 3.5 on Cleveland. And they lost by 3. So just snuck inside the number. It was a Kyle Kuzma dagger at the end from three-point land to give the Wizards the win, 97-94, snapping a 4-game win streak for the Cavaliers. But here's the problem. The last 10 games, the Cavaliers have been dogs, 9-1 ATS their last 10. Now they got to lay points with Cleveland. It's a little bit different now. And it's a Cavaliers team that still without Colin Sexton, still without Lauri Markkanen. Kevin Love, I don't know when the fuck we're going to see that guy again, but nevertheless, he's still out for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So now it's a different role for them. And the question is, can Detroit take advantage? They're 2-8. Their only wins were the 2 worst team, the two teams that are right there with them, essentially, as the worst teams in the East. Their only 2 wins were Orlando and Houston. So, or actually Houston in the West, I should say, but 2 of the worst teams in the NBA, beating Houston, beating Orlando. But I did like Detroit in the last game. So did TROT as well. He was on the Pistons rather. They won outright against Houston, and they've covered 2 in a row. They gave Brooklyn a pretty good battle. Before that, lost by 6. I'm leaning here to Detroit. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm definitely leaning Pistons here with the points after cashing with them the other night. I like Cleveland a lot, but without Sexton, now you're laying 5. No, that's no moss for me. It would be Detroit for me in this game. How about you, Skee? Pistons, Cavs?
Yeah, I want no parts of Detroit, really. Like, Detroit just, they really suck to me. And I know they don't have Kelly Olynyk. They already can't rebound. Like, they're bottom in all the categories that I care about. Like 3-point percentage, 3-point defense. Their second worst rebounding team the last 5 games. That's a team that I can't take. And I know it's kind of hard to lay with Cleveland, but they've been a much better team. So I would expect that to continue tonight.
All right. And look, it's Detroit. So maybe if there's one team you don't mind laying points against with this Cleveland team, it's the Detroit Pistons. You're right. It's not like beating Houston's like, wow, what a breakthrough victory for the Pistons. No, we'll see what they do tonight to see if it truly was a breakthrough for them. Dutch, what do you think here? Pistons and Cavs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, Nets Betts, Shark Water. Sharky, I see you out there, man. 2 great follows on Twitter, too. If you don't follow, you best do that. Yeah, well, this was what I got to say. Well, it's the big show. Yeah, man. Hit that motherfucker. It's a clear backwood. Pass that motherfucker, please.
There you go. Yeah. Backwoods time. I love that image there. The great stuff. All right. Yeah, Cleveland. Cleveland is the better of these 2 teams. Not even close. I mean, 7-5. They've actually had a really solid season so far. But now laying points for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to lay the 5. That's the only thing.
Yeah, definitely. I understand it. Wham, do you have the will to come back to Detroit tonight or no?
Hell no. This is a big pass if I'm going to have to take Detroit. I'm taking actually the Cavs here. They're undefeated so far in the first half at the house. I think they can continue to do that here against this Detroit team that doesn't play that much defense. Obviously, it was Houston. Me and Ian, bro, we were on that because it was Houston. This isn't the same team that they're going up against. This team right over the last 5 games, they're shooting number 3 in 3-point percentage at 40%, while this team is allowing 41%. Coming into that Houston game, they were allowing 45%. So they clicked it a little bit against Houston. There's no other way I'm going here, but the first half with the Cavs, bro, that's the only way to go, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Cavs definitely play. I am tempted by the Cade Cunningham prop. Like, he had 20 points. First time he had 20 points all year. It was against the Rockets. That's always the caveat to all that. But maybe that gives him a little confidence, gets that shooting stroke back again. So I would maybe look at a Cade Cunningham over points tonight potentially in this one. Milwaukee and Boston next up. Bucks 1-point road favorites here. 211.5 the total in this game. Milwaukee 6-6, not exactly the start to the year they envisioned, and they've certainly had some key injuries. Middleton's missed a lot of time now. They haven't had Brook Lopez for a while. They haven't had its delivery at DiVincenzo for all season so far. So they've had a lot of key injuries here. This Bucks team. They just got Drew Holiday back though, and you can already tell the difference he's made. And in back-to-back wins now against the Sixers and the Knicks. Good step in the right direction for this Milwaukee team. Boston coming off a first home win of the year at the Garden for the Boston Celtics the other night, 104-88 over the Raptors. Really complete game from them, impressive. And they did that too without Jaylen Brown, who of course is going to miss significant time, at least toward the latter end of this month, if not longer, with that hamstring strain is what we're looking at for him. So going to be without him, and they obviously stepped up minus him tonight. And the key for the Celtics, too, is you're going to win without Jaylen Brown. You need, Marcus Smart to shoot the ball well. You need Dennis Schroeder actually gave them 20 points the other night against the Raptors. Jason Tatum, 22 points in that game. They had Al Horford chipping in 10. They got 16 from Robert Williams in the 5 spot. So that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a complete team effort here for the Celtics in this game, especially now taking on the defending champions who, look, slowly but surely are starting to get their game back again, get a little healthier at least. Just having Drew Holiday back is significant. Now, Giannis is going to play. There was some talk that he sustained a right ankle injury in the last game, that it might keep him out tonight. Not going to be the case. It looks like Giannis, the Greek Freak, is good to go in this game tonight. I would only look Milwaukee here. I'm not ready to trust Boston against a good team just yet. I know they beat the Raptors, but it's going to be a little bit tougher here against Milwaukee. Then they had the energy without Brown in that first time around. Can they bring it again tonight? I'm going to have to see it before I believe it. I would only look Milwaukee in this game, lean that way. I don't love it, but it'll be a small play for me, Milwaukee. What do you like here, Skee?
Yeah, I'm stuck between is Boston really doing something? Because first I looked at the total and I see two teams playing. Well, Boston's playing really slow. Milwaukee's playing slower than I expect them to play. So I'll just say that. And I look at defensive rating in the last 5 games, they're both top 10. And I don't know how much I can trust that from the Boston side. Is that just because they're playing slow and they're playing opponents who also play slow? So it's just not many points being scored. I don't know. Maybe the numbers are fooling me. But Boston has had a lot of rest lately. Before their last game, I think they had 3 days rest. And I think they're going to come with it today. Milwaukee's 4th game in 6 nights. It's just a spot I don't like to back from the Milwaukee side. So I would trust the Celtics at home if I'm playing this one. And I guess I'll wait and see on the total. I'm not sure which way to go.
Yeah, and the line has shifted down toward Boston. So factor that in. Maybe seeing at 4 games in 6 nights, a little bit tricky schedule for the Bucks. What do you think here, Dutch?
Yeah, man, this Celtics team, bro. If I could say, I don't really like to hate it all, but goddamn, I'm coming close to hating these motherfucking Celtics. If I back them, they don't show up. If I bet against them, they're fucking lights out. So I believe I'm 0-5, either fading them or betting them this year, maybe even 0-6. This dude, Antonio, shout out to him, reached out to me on Twitter and just said, dog, just don't bet anything that has to do with the Celtics. And I think I'm just going to have to follow that. He might be right because, damn, bro, it's my kryptonite. But I do. Robert Williams, the rebounds are standing out to me, over 8.5, minus 115. He's going to be the biggest guy on the court. No Brook. I mean, obviously they got Giannis out there, but Jaylen Brown, he was averaging about 6-7 rebounds a game. He's out of the lineup now. Robert Williams should be getting double-digit rebounds easy. He's averaging right under 9, I believe 8.9 a game for the season. He's had some games where he's just kind of been MIA, to be honest with you. But if we get the Robert Williams that me and Wham both know that could play to the level, 8.5 should be easy motherfucking money. I don't know how he doesn't get double digits without Brook out there. He's the biggest guy, like I mentioned. Jalen not playing. Tatum's been getting his boards, been doing picking it up a little bit too. But I do like Robert Williams. Had 13 last game. Did have 9 the game before. So I look for him to kind of get back into double-digit rebounding category.
Yeah, definitely. I think that prop does make some sense to me. And I know there's a basketball show, but I got to bring up what Eric's saying. That is big. Alvin Kamara, no go for the Saints, apparently. And he's been like 80% of the offense for that team right now. And
Let me guess.
And Hill back there. Yeah, it's something. Injury, COVID, but I saw that he's likely not going to play. And yeah, that's huge because now it puts the ball more in Simeon and Hill's hands at the quarterback spot. And I don't think you want that.
Go ahead, everybody. Let's go bet the other side so I can take the Saints.
So Mark,
I still like the Saints. I love the spot for them. I do love the spot for them going into this game, the Saints. So I still wouldn't.
I fucking hate football
for Tennessee. Yeah, I know.
Shit is so fucking rigged. If you watched that shit last night, oh man, yeah, you're right. This is the
Don't
NBA
get me started
show.
On that game. I won my bet.
Shout out to Rashad Bateman though, bro.
Yeah, great call. And I profited with Andrew's props. I profited last night in the NFL, but still though, that shit is just like hard to watch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know
that was not a classic. That was not a Picasso last night or a Rembrandt that Thursday night football game last night. What do you like?
If you guys ask me, this NFL season is definitely a C-. There's no.
It's been the worst.
That's a good point.
We live in the moment.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, we live in the moment, but goddamn it, I don't remember one much worse than this. Goddamn it.
Yeah, there's been some stink fests in terms of actual game quality throughout the league this year. It's been rough, some of these games, no doubt. Wham, anything here? Bucks and Celtics.
Yeah, I start off saying what Dutch is. Man, it's been tough to cap this damn Celtics team, but I am leaning Celtics here. I did bet the money line last night. I'll just give it that disclaimer. I plus money, plus 110. I did bet it because I just think that they've been playing a lot better defense lately. The opponents, they've been playing just slightly better as well. And we've seen them make a turnaround, man. They were allowing 119 points per game over the first 5 games, over the last 5 games, which is the number one in the league, 96. So they tighten up that defense just as much, while not fouling guys, by closing out on threes. Man, they've been playing really good defense. So I think that kind of keeps up in this game against a team that they're going to really rely on the threes from other guys like Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton. They're going to rely on those guys. If they could close out on them, which I believe they can, that's the reason why I like Boston here. So I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and say that this is a smash spot for Boston, though, because Pat, Grayson Allen has hit his 3 prop every game. You know what I'm saying? It's something I still will look for, but I wouldn't bet that today. I think they may be able to lock them down, bro. So I like Boston here. That's the way I bet it here.
All right, like in Boston, we go to Portland, Houston. Portland 6.5-point road favorites, 223 the total in this game. And the Portland Trailblazers have still yet to win, yet to cover a point spread on the road this year. 0-6 straight up, 0-6 against the spread. However, if there's one opponent they might be able to do it against, it could be this Houston Rockets team. I still can't lay it with Portland here on the road in this spot. So the question is, can Houston be competitive? And we just saw Houston lose by 8 to Detroit in their last game, lose by 13 at Golden State. The one game, or the couple games that they were close, were the Denver Nuggets by 1 they lost. They lost by 2 to the Lakers in the back end of the double dip, the back-to-back games against the Lakers. There just hasn't been consistently nights and performances from the Rockets that have led them to be competitive and stay right in games. That being said, I would still only take the points. I mean, I cannot lay 6.5 with Portland away from home. I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. It would be Houston or pass for me. I probably will end up passing, but I'm definitely only looking toward the home underdog here. I just don't trust this Portland team. And again, if you're not going to defend better than Portland has and give up 119, 117. They give up 49 and 94 shooting to the Suns, 44 of 85 shooting to the Clippers. I mean, more than 50% from the field, the last 2 games. That's not the defense I'm laying points with on the road. So Houston or pass for me. What do you like here, Skee, if anything?
Yeah, you kind of touched it all, Ian, but if I got to play the total, only way I can look is play it over. I would expect pace, more offense than defense, and more points than not. And I can't play Portland on the road, and Houston's on a 9-game losing streak. I don't really want to back them either, so pass it.
Yeah, the over could get there. 4 of the last 5 Houston games have gone over. 236, 234, 227, and 216 total points in those games. Keep in mind the last game that was 216 was Detroit. They don't go fast, and they're not a great offensive team. I could see this one being an over. That's a good call there. What do you think here, Dutch? Portland, Houston.
You're on mute, bro.
My fault. Yeah, Joe Chris says clear backwood, huh? I don't know, man. I think we touched on this game yesterday, and we after the show, I don't know how the Blazers could be this big of a favorite, to be honest with you. I was looking at the props, and now I was looking to focus on Norman Powell, but now he's questionable, which makes me want to probably look even more towards the Rockets because Norman Powell's been playing fucking lights out lately. So I'll have to stay off of that prop. I will take the Christian Woods over 19.5 points, plus 105. Been kind of hit and miss of late, but he's averaging 26.5 the last 2 meetings versus Portland. And we know Portland ain't got no motherfucking defense. This guy's too quick, too athletic, and really just too big for anything they got out there. Look for him to attack. Get him the touches, though, because Jalen Green and Porter, these guys are nice, but Woods, to me, is still their best offensive option on the court. Make sure he gets his touches because they don't have a real true point guard out there. So whoever's hot kind of just gets it with Eric Gordon coming off there. But they're big. I think they could be are going to be an offensive issue, for Lillard and McCollum. I think Houston will be in this game simply because Portland won't be able to stop them. So I will expect a lot of points, but I'd have to look the home dog here and Houston covering, and then Christian Woods with the plus money point prop.
Yeah. I mean, I think I haven't bet Houston, I don't think, once this year, and for good reason. I mean, but they have covered some numbers this year. I mean, believe it or not, their last 6 games, they're actually 3-2-1 against the spread. So we know they're bad, but there's going to be some nights there's point spread value. They're going to cover some numbers. They're going to cash some tickets from time to time, and we've seen evidence of that lately. And again, this is just a Portland team that's been terrible on the road, so terrible that I would take Houston for sure, right there with Dutch before I take Portland. What do you think here, Wham?
Yeah, I think just like Dutch said, we did kind of have a conversation after the show yesterday, and you brought it to our attention. One of these road teams been struggling at ATS is going to win today, and I don't think it's going to be this team for sure. So I think that we should take advantage of the big number. I do believe that Jalen Green props probably is a little bit more appealing in my opinion. So I haven't made a bet on here, but if I would, I think I would go Jalen Green over 13.5 points. That's probably the way I would go. He got 20 attempts last game. I think he may see something around the same again. So I would agree with that. Shout out to Big Show as well. Maybe a ladder spot with Jalen Green. You never know. It did work out successful previous time, so that's where I'm looking.
Yeah. Chauncey Billups already saying it's a thin line, my patience. It's basically trying to just teach and get across what we want. So, yeah, he's 1 month into his job, essentially, with this Portland team, and he's talking about patience wearing thin. Welcome to coaching the Portland Trailblazers and coaching freaking Chauncey Billups. Welcome to life in Portland with that team defensively. You're only finding out what Stotts was dealing with all those years.
Bring Big Ben to P-Town, man. Get they might, if Damian Lillard going to continue to play like that, you might be able to.
Yes, Ben Wallace still moving around well enough. Yeah, let's get him.
No. I want Ben Simmons in Portland. He'll change the defense.
I know. His old teammates from back in the day, Detroit, back in the day.
Make a deal, Billups. Make a deal. Change the whole demographic of Portland because they ain't gonna win.
He'll change the free throw percentage too.
And their president resigned today too for Blazers as well. That shows some weird shit you got going on, cooking up.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it depressed this fucking P-Town, bro. They depressed out there.
All right, we got Brooklyn, New Orleans now. Brooklyn 9-point road favorites, 215 the total in this one. They probably should, if they bring anything like they did against Orlando, they should roll in this game. They should absolutely smash New Orleans. 123-90. Over Orlando. I was on Brooklyn first half, full game split in that game. I mentioned it on Wednesday's show, and it got there. And I'd probably look to the same thing here, to be honest. I mean, the one thing with the Nets, though, you always got to look, and their next game's Oklahoma City after this. So it's not like, wow, we got a big opponent, big game on deck. So there's nothing standing in front of them bringing a solid effort here in this game tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans, who are just playing some awful basketball right now. And Brandon Ingram is out once again with that right hip contusion. And to be honest with you, you're seeing just how difficult it is for this team to win games, be competitive without Ingram. He didn't play the other night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was my best bet in that game, or the other night on the show, was OKC plus the points. They got 33 points from Walker, and Big Val, Wham's guy, had a solid game. But outside of that, you're not getting a lot offensively from anybody else on this Pelicans team right now. It looks to me like, look, Brooklyn's playing well. They smashed Orlando. They're in a spot right now in this game where there's no look-ahead spot. It's just focus on the game tonight. Last I checked, there's nobody sitting out. You always worry about that with teams playing inferior teams. The good teams, they sit someone out. Looks like everybody's good to go. Harden, Durant, Brown, Griffin, Harris. I'm going to go back to that with the same bet as the other night with Brooklyn. Going to go first half -4.5 and full game -8.5 with the Brooklyn Nets here. What do you think, Skee? Nets, Pelicans.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about against the Nets is they could struggle to rebound versus Valanciunas. That's it. Other than that, I mean, I think I like the Nets here because Pelicans don't do a good job defending the three, and they don't do a good job shooting the three. And Brooklyn has been pretty elite at both so far to start this season. So I would trust the Brooklyn side if I'm playing. They're also 3-1 versus the lesser competition, 45% win teams or less against the spread. But for me, I just played two props. I played Harden over 2.5 threes, and I also played Harris over 2.5 threes. Yeah. And I talked about both bottom five, or I talked about three. They're the fourth worst 3-point defense for the Pelican side. And Harris, he's gone over his number 4 of his last 5 games. Harden, he's gone over his number 7 of the last 8 games. I like him to keep it going here tonight.
Yeah, someone in the chat asking about the over. Personally, not for me. I know the number's gone up here on the total in this game, but I don't know what we're going to get from the Pelicans because this reminds me of the Orlando game the other night. They only got 90 against the Nets, and the Detroit game against the Nets a couple weeks ago, Detroit only scored 91, and that game stayed under. So that's my concern, that you're just not going to get enough points from the Pelicans for the full game over. I'd probably like the Nets team total better than the full game over in this one. Dutch, what do you like here?
Yeah, real quick, Big Show touched on it. We only got 47 motherfucking likes right now. Come on now. We know Hundo, that's Mando. Come on now. We know it's motherfucking Mando. 100 live, easy. Let's do it. Hit the motherfucking like button. Real talk, treat that like button like a bad bitch. Hit it, and hit it some motherfucking more. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully the kids aren't watching. You know, kids, motherfuckers don't like that, but it's the truth. All right, this game, I look Brooklyn hard. Brooklyn real hard this game. -9, 8.5. I think it's 9 at a lot of spots, but I'm not gonna go first half. First half is there. I don't want to. I'm just going 1 unit full game, -8.5. If the Nets show up, we already know. New Orleans is auto fade, and then they got their best player off the field continuously. Big Val should eat here, but I don't see how the whole fucking Brooklyn squad don't eat. I love the props from my guy Skee. You know, you can't be mad at KD. This motherfucker's been so efficient of late, just played out of his mind recently. So, you know, 30, he's just showing up, waking up and getting 30. Easy. But, yeah, I would look Brooklyn here all day. 4-2 ATS in their last 6. They're 6-0 ATS in their last 6 versus the Pelicans. And now we're looking at a Pelican team that's nowhere near what they used to be. Also 3-0 ATS in the last 3 meetings versus this team with the average marginal win of 14 points or more. And they shot 50% from the field in all 3 games average. So I'm telling you, they do what they want. It's going to be easy money for Brooklyn. Probably a 20-point win like we've seen recently. Well, let's go ahead, -8, lock it in.
There you go, -8.5 Brooklyn. Wham, what do you like?
Yeah, that's the only way I could look here is going to be Brooklyn, bro. As far as the defense, they've been locking down, man. Number 1 over the last 5 games in 3-point percentage at 27%. And top 4 in efficiency, top 4 in defensive rating. Got to go Brooklyn here, smash spot here. Haven't bet it yet, but that's the way I'm looking as well.
All right, Phoenix and Memphis. We've got the Suns taking the money here. Memphis was 1.5-point home favorites. Phoenix is laying 2 on the road now, 221.5 up to 222.5 now the total in this one. Interesting matchup here. We've got the Phoenix Suns 7-3 now. They put to bed that little bit of a sluggish, slow start. Remember, first week or 2 of the year, weren't playing great, but boy, playing much better now. 6 straight wins, 5-1 against the spread in those games. Beat Cleveland, the Pelicans, Houston, but some better competition lately. Atlanta was a good win, not so much Sacramento or Portland, but the way they're playing. But Phoenix has definitely played better basketball. Now the question is, can they beat this Memphis Grizzlies team that's gotten off to a solid 6-5 start, but coming off a 118-108 loss at the hands of the Charlotte Hornets the other night. Phoenix going to be without DeAndre Ayton, it looks like, once again. Missed the last 3 games with a right lower leg contusion. On the Memphis side, Dylan Brooks, left hand injury, will not be in tonight for the Grizzlies. Steven Adams has an ankle issue, but he's questionable, still might play. And Tilly for the Memphis Grizzlies is out once again with a back injury tonight. So keep an eye on that in this one. I like the way Phoenix is playing. And look, Memphis has kind of surprised me, 6-5. They play a little bit better. They've actually beaten me a couple of times. You know, that brutal loss I had with the Timberwolves against Memphis. I remember I took Denver a couple of times against Memphis, and Memphis beat them both times. So I've had some bad – this is kind of my Boston Celtics. Like Dutch talked about Boston being his kryptonite. Kind of been that way for me with Memphis. So I want to take Phoenix, but I've got that feeling with this team right now. If I take Phoenix, Memphis will win. So lean Suns, but I think I'm going to pass. What do you think, Skee?
I lean towards the Suns. You know, I'm not going to step in front of what they've been doing. They won 6 games in a row, and you're just asking them to win this game. So I'm not going to be the guy to catch the falling knife trying to guess when they're going to lose. So if Steven Adams is out, I like it a lot because who knows who the other big men they're going to have in the lineup. And I would just play the Suns. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and I would maybe look at Kaminsky props. That guy's picked it up offensively, going to get more minutes, more time as well for the Phoenix Suns moving forward. and get more responsibility. So keep that in mind. Frank Kaminsky now, the guy that offensively has stepped up in the absence of Ayton for this Phoenix team. Dutch, what do you like in this game?
Yeah, I'm right with THC there. He said, "Who's stopping the Suns' offense as a whole?" This game is like an exotic backwood. Like, oh, it's so good. It's like, damn, man, you got to hit this, but nah, man, I'm holding strength, and this motherfucker's a backwood, clear backwood. Hit it, Big Show. Yeah, man, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but from a betting perspective, I'm gonna stay off it.
Yeah. By the way,
go ahead, my
man.
fault.
No,
I was going to say it's a backwood for me as well. That's why I was going to keep the brisk space here. I just think that it is got to be a sun spot if you're going to bet it, but backwood, bro.
I lean over. Someone mentioned that. I just was going to say in the chat, I do lean to the over.
Oh, yeah. I like that too, Ian. And I probably like it more in the first half. You're getting a pretty low number in the first half, and I think both these teams consistently be going over. I think it's like 109. I forgot to mention that.
And Phoenix has played faster. They didn't play this fast last year for durations of the season under Monty, but looks like they've picked up the pace as well. So I might get there with over 222.5. And if Adams doesn't play, I think that speeds up the Memphis side of it as well a little bit more. Maybe go a little more small ball lineup in this matchup tonight. So definitely the overs. I've got that circled.
I look for Booker to have a game too. I think Brooks is out again. Brooks due to have a nice little game too.
Yeah, definitely. So the Adams injury will make me like the over, to be honest, even more in this game. Sacramento and OKC. We've got Sacramento 4.5-point road favorites, 219 the total in this one. Talk about don't step in front of the falling knife or don't try to catch a falling knife, however way you want to say it. That's the way I feel about OKC right now. All of a sudden, just flying under the radar. The record still isn't great, 4-6, but a lot of those better performances have been lately. 4 straight point spread covers. They had the Clippers dead to rights. They had that game won, and they let it slip in the last few minutes against the Clippers, lost by 5. They beat the Lakers after that, beat San Antonio, and then they followed it up with a win and cover outright. I was still stunned they were underdogs to New Orleans like that, 108-100 the other night. No, this Thunder team is playing some better basketball. They're starting to put some things together, gain a little confidence. Josh Giddey, the rookie's been solid for them. My Hamilton boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, outstanding scorer in the basketball lately for this OKC team. And I right now flat out do not trust the Sacramento Kings laying points on the road. This team's lost 3 in a row straight up in ATS to Indiana, Phoenix, and then just a hideous blowout loss at the hands of the San Antonio Spurs, 136-117. Didn't play any defense in that game, did the Kings. You're looking at a Sacramento team that, yes, they beat the Kings last year in all 3 regular season meetings, but the game in OKC between these teams was close. It was only a 4-point win for Sacramento. I like OKC here. I'm going to ride them again tonight. I don't know if it'll be best bet on the show for me like it was the other night, but I am on them. OKC once again for me, plus 4.5. Skee, what do you think here with the Kings and the Thunder?
Yeah, no way in hell I'm laying 4.5 with the Kings anywhere, especially on the road. And it's their 4th game. Nah, hell no. And then if it's the 4th game in 6 nights like it is tonight, I don't know how you get there with Sacramento. They've lost 3 games in a row, and OKC. I kind of said it last time we were on the show. I think that their schedule was tough to start the year. They weren't playing just cupcake teams. They were playing competition. And you see they've won 3 games in a row. They're playing well. Last 5 game stats, they're the number 1 defensive rated team. So I like what I've been seeing from them. It's their 2nd game in 5 days versus 4th and 6th nights for Sacramento. Sacramento's lost 3 in a row. OKC's won 3 in a row. Give me OKC, man.
And don't look now, Lou Dort, to go with the great defender that he is starting to put the ball in the basket, and that's a good sign. 27 points in the last game. He's had double digits in 3 straight games. I'd look at that Lou Dort prop tonight. He's got his offense going again. Baisley stepped up. Giddy's been solid as a rookie. Shea, SGA, is going to get you 25 points a lot of nights, more than that sometimes. So this Thunder team's putting some things together again, and the schedule's been manageable, and this is a manageable opponent to me. What do you think here, Dutch?
Yeah, JR, salute, my guy. Appreciate the kind words. I see you, Hook. Yeah, big show. Back with this motherfucker, man. You already know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what your favorite team, Dutch?
Hey, I could talk a lot about this game. We got a lot to go. I would only look the Kings. I'll tell you that right now. I agree with what Vitalis said, to be honest with you, but I'm not betting this motherfucker.
Yeah. Wow. Only looking at the Kings. Let me just double check on that. You're right about the Kings here in terms of Halliburton. Game time decision is what we're questionable. So they're going to know right before tip off if he's in with that back injury or not. What do you think here, Wham? Kings Thunder.
Yeah, I don't think you force it with Halliburton, man. You may have him out there against the OKC. They should think they should be able to win this game here, but I don't think they will win this game. I agree with you guys. I think OKC just been playing just much better defense, rebounding the ball better over the last 3 games. I'm sorry, they're averaging 64 rebounds to the Sacramento's 48 rebounds. They're at the bottom tier rebounding low key over the last 5 games. So I think that this Sacramento, may be able to get snake bit here, thinking that they're supposed to win, laying all these points. Like my guy said, hell no, I ain't taking that. I'm only thinking the other way. OKC or nothing, bro.
All right, we got Dallas and San Antonio. It seems like these teams have played each other a lot this year, but here they are again, head-to-head. Dallas, 2.5-point road favorites, 219 the total in this game. Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, they have played each other twice already. Dallas won both games, but they won by 5, and they won by just a single point in the other game. So, yeah, this number's probably in a good spot. Yeah, Dallas is the better team, but they seem to have trouble beating this Spurs team by margin. -2.5 seems like it's in a good spot. I'd lean to the over here because I think you could see some points in this game. San Antonio hung a 136 spot in their last game. Dallas, is times defensively up and down, and of course they struggled against Chicago. We'll see. I don't love either side or total in this game. Just a lean for me either way. I would lean over, but not sure if I'll end up involved. Probably pass. What do you think here, Skee? Dallas, San Antonio.
Jakob Poeltl's still out. They don't really have that many big men. Not that the Mavs play very fast, but the Spurs at home, 5-0 to the over. And as long as he's out, I'm expecting points to be scored in their game. So I'll lean over from playing this one here.
There you go. Spurs trending over the total there at home. Dutch, how about you? Mavs and Spurs.
Yeah, this game, this is a little tough to me because it is the third meeting. They've already won twice, but to me, the Mavericks are a clear better team even. And then now without the big boy out, Poeltl, how the fuck you say the dude's name for Spurs, him being out, it's clear Mavs to me, but then it's kind of tricky here. And I see a lot of San Antonio love too, but the Mavs are 8-2 in last 10 in ATS versus San Antonio, excuse me, and 4-1 straight up in the last 5 meetings. San Antonio just hasn't been that great. 3-2, 3-7 straight up in the last 10 overall. I don't know. It just seems tricky to me, but I don't see. I mean, Luka, we know he's the best player on the court. I'd expect him to get it done, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. So it's kind of back and forth. It's very appealing to me, the Mavericks, but I look at Tim Hardaway. He had 23 last game he played against them. He's been playing lights out. Had 20 plus in 4 of the last 5 games. Shooting 39% from the 3. I don't really see anywhere in San Antonio. Skee touched on it. The defense. I don't see anywhere anybody stopping him. You get a couple shots to go down. Should be easy money. Over 16.5 points. I might take a look at Tim Hardaway Jr. to get back at it again. But right. Tough spot here. But I don't know why I wouldn't be on the Mavericks here with Luka. I want to see Luka the Don. And he still hasn't really been playing that great of basketball of late as well. So we'll see.
All right, maybe you'll look Tim Hardaway props tonight for Dutch in this one. Wham, how about you, Dallas, San Antonio?
Make sure I'm not muted. Got myself together. Okay, yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that this Dallas team, I don't think they should be laying his points. You guys did meet up on it there. San Antonio did cover the first 2 games, even though Dallas won both of those games. So they have covered the last 3 meetings here. They got the better net rating as well over the last 5 games. I don't know if that means it a lot here in this spot because this could be just these guys meeting up with the third time. It could be something different there. But I just would think the Spurs could handle business here. I think that Spurs could handle business here. So this is a backwood for me. But if I had to bet it, I definitely would take the money line here for the Spurs, bro.
Yeah, it's good point by Moses too. Brunson, man, we touched on that. He's been fucking money off the bench. He's been nice. I don't want to say he's been better than Luka because Luka is still doing his thing. But from what we've seen from Luka, it's down.
Second best Maverick, bro. Second best Maverick for sure.
Yeah, he definitely Brunson nice. Him and them three, Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka. If they give you a little something, they're nice out there.
All right, Atlanta, Denver. We've got Denver 4-point home favorites, 214.5 the total in this one. There's no way I'm taking Atlanta on the road. Simple as that. I mean, I got to see it. I got to see a point spread cover. One. That's all I'm asking. Got to see one before I back the Hawks on the road. 0-8 ATS this year for the Hawks. 1-7 straight up, and the only win was New Orleans, a terrible basketball team. It's the only road win for Atlanta this year. They're going to get Joker back, Nikola Jokic back for the Denver Nuggets after serving his one-game suspension the other night against Indiana. And I know Skee said it on Wednesday's show. Beware of laying the points with Indiana in that game. The team rises up without Jokic. The Denver Nuggets the other night beating Indiana in that game. The small home underdogs, 101-98 in that game. 3 wins in a row for the Nuggets, picking it up. Yeah, I just haven't seen enough evidence of good play for Atlanta. I don't need to belabor the point more than that. I'm on Denver here, -4. Skee, what do you like here? Hawks, Nuggets.
Yeah, the only thing to like from Atlanta is that they got 2 days rest. That's it. They've been looking terrible. They've lost, I think, 5 games in a row. And, I mean, I say it every time we see Atlanta because all they've been playing is road games. I'm not betting them on the road. Simple. They haven't – I think they maybe won 1 game. They might not even won 1 game. But they for sure haven't covered a game on the road. And Denver, the problem with going to the window with Denver here is they're a team I want in a pick 'em or underdog, bro. I don't want to lay points with them because they can't shoot the rock that good. And I don't see it. They're winning 4 as a favorite. So I'll stay off. It's simple for me.
And the 2 guys that missed the Utah game earlier this week, and they're key players for Atlanta, we know how much better they are with them on the floor. Bogdanovich and DeAndre Hunter, both of them questionable tonight. And if you don't get either of them back tonight, it makes it even more difficult. Dutch, what do you think here? Hawks, Nuggets.
Yeah, man. Well, the Joker had 2 days of rest too, Skee. So he's fine. The best player on the court had an extra day too. That shouldn't matter. And I think, they might have filled themselves. They had a nice win against the Pacers at home. The boys rallied, like you said, Skee, and they did their thing. I think they're going to carry it over. And I like that there's all this love for Atlanta because that's what people have been doing. They keep wanting to back Atlanta on the road. I don't know why. They're fucking 0-8 or 0-10 ATS in their last 10 on the fucking road. I mean, they're 0-5 ATS in the last 5 overall. So realistically, these motherfuckers are a fade. Trey can't play with physicalness, man. He's not what he used to be because, you could touch the motherfucker now without them calling a foul every time. The Nuggets been 2-1 in their last 3. They won 3 in a row, 2-1 they covered. I think they found their game a little bit against Miami, and then they carried it over against the Pacers. I look for them to handle business at the house, maybe go on a little streak here. The Nuggets are a solid, deep team. They're well coached. I know they're missing Michael Porter Jr., but Joker's going to come out there, I think, and play hard tonight. He knows he made a mistake, bonehead kind of type of play. Took a lot of bullshit for it. Only 1 game suspension, nothing big, but kind of through the wrath through the players, the NBA, the league. They thought that was a cheap shot, which say what you will was. But yeah, he just heat of the moment. But I look for him to have a big game. And these Hawks are auto fade on the road. It is what it is. Don't look into this too much. -4 is not too high. Nuggets mile high, easy -4.
All right, Denver -4 for Dutch. Wham, what do you like?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that think they could break the curse here in Mile High. I mean, I'm really high. Nah, bro's talking that Nugget shit too. I'm just saying, I think I'm the only one here, and it's okay. I'll be on the island here with the Hawks. I want to hear my guy Ian say the caw. I want to hear that shit one time.
Maybe when they get back home, I'll do
He's on the fucking Nuggets, bro. He's killed the bird, bro.
I didn't bet this yet. No, I haven't bet this yet though. But I think I may have missed the 4.5. I should have got the 4.5 last night. I just think that if any team wins, breaks their on the road ATS streak, either the Portland Trailblazers or the Hawks, I think the Hawks have the better shot here, and I think they probably going to get these guys coming back. Playing well here. I think the Hawks can pull it off. They match up pretty well against this different team. All it really takes is Aaron Gordon not to play defense, and then they're going to give it all away to fuck up. So Denver. So I'll just leave it at that. I do like the Hawks here. I haven't bet it, but that's the way I'm going.
It's been Atlanta Hawks at home. Atlanta Hawks on the road.
That's a dead.
That's the Hawks on the road right
Somebody
there.
put
It's a
that.
dead bird. It's a dying bird. And they're going to have to show me that they can fly again on the road starting tonight if I'm going to back them.
Man,
away
not in
from
Denver.
home.
Fuck that.
That's the way it's going right now with them. Chicago and Golden State, good one here. Golden State 5.5-point home favorites, 221.5 the total in this game. The Nuggets 10-1. What a start! You've already got Kenny Smith on TNT talking about Steph Curry's going to win the MVP. Well, he's definitely in the hunt. There's no question about that for this Warriors team right now. Just they keep on rolling. They beat down Atlanta. They beat down Minnesota in their last game. They're covering point spreads. I'm not in a rush to step in front of them, and I like Chicago a lot. Don't get me wrong, but going on the road here, facing this red-hot Warriors team. Now, the one drawback for Golden State tonight is Draymond Green's status. Obviously from a defensive presence, as good as it gets. Questionable thigh injury for him. So keep an eye on that. I don't love the side in this game, but I do like this is kind of like the Memphis game. If Adams doesn't play, I like the over more in that game. If Green doesn't play for Golden State here, I like the over more in this game, but definitely lean that way to points in this game. What do you think, Skee? Bulls, Warriors?
I think the Bulls, they're missing too much right now. You got Vucevic out. You got Kobe White still out. They haven't had Williams either. They're getting too thin. And if you can't take advantage of the big man versus Golden State in the way that Golden State is playing right now, I think you're dead. I always talk about how Golden State is a legit team because they're top 5 in all the categories that I care about. 3-point percentage, 3-point defense, rebound percentage. That's how you win. That's how you cover games. And then they've won 6 in a row. I don't see why it's not 7 tonight. They're winning by like an average of 13.9 points per game, 5.5. It's a bargain. I know Draymond's game time, but he just has a thigh bruise. He's gonna play, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would think so. Man up, man. You're a big guy. It's national TV, ESPN tonight. Play. He probably will when it's all said and done. It's got to be a big night for Levine and DeRozan. That for the Bulls. They've got to have huge offensive nights here. They got to have Curry-like nights offensively if they're going to keep the Bulls around in this game, give them a chance to win. What do you like here, Dutch?
It is a reason why Skee broke out that motherfucking jersey, man. They about to handle business. That's fucking why. Yeah, man. Believe it. Hey, I see this the same fucking way. Everything Skee said, I like it. But to me, this really comes down to as well as, Big Vooch is out. They're so top heavy. They're starting Javonte Green, who's a 6'4". DeMar DeRozan's really they're 4 right now. They got their backup. I believe Tony Bradley will be starting. Come on, guys. Alizé Johnson coming off the bench. They have no bigs. They're literally 22nd in rebounds with Vujacic out there. You're going against the Warriors, who are second in fucking rebounds in the league. Number 1 in assists against the team that just really don't even move the ball. 17 in assists. This is a bad matchup. Now, if Vooch was out there, I would say, okay, the 5.5 could be appealing. But this is no way the Bulls cover here, in my opinion. I think that they might stick around the first half, and then by third quarter, the bench, everything will catch up, and the Warriors will have a clear, easy win. Now they're 1-5, they're 0-6. The Bulls ATS in their last 6 meetings in the Bay, so they don't travel well to Cali anyways. And now you're without your big guy. We touched on Pat Willis being out. This is not a good matchup tonight. The Warriors been handling business. 5-0-1 ATS in their last 6. They're 5-2-1 ATS at the house this season. They're going to continue to handle business like they've been doing. Warriors -5, easy money.
Yeah, good stuff.
5.5. Excuse me. 5 and a hooker, no problem.
All right, lay in the points with Golden State. Wham, what do you like?
Yeah, I'm right there just in making this Golden State. I haven't pulled it yet because I think Draymond, he might be a little bit hurt more than it shows. So he may not play, especially with the Vujacic news. Why does he need to be out there? You know what I mean? He's the key, though, on the defensive side, though. So I definitely want him in there if I'm going to back Golden State. They've been killing, man, as far as Golden State. So I definitely I'm glad that we were on that good side in the pre-shows, that we're expecting them to have a good year, man, because they really didn't catch us off guard, but man, have they really caught us off guard without all their guys? I was thinking they were going to be clicking like this when Clay gets back. He's possibly healthy here. They're pretty much hooping. This other team here, though, DeMar DeRozan, it's been hooping, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say that. So if Vucevic is out, they're going to play small ball Golden State. I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference here for this Chicago team from what they've been doing without Vucevic in the lineup. So I just want to stay away from this game and watch it. That's probably what it is, but I probably talk too much here. I'm sorry, you guys.
No worries at all. By the way, Breeny's doing this game for ESPN. Doesn't do a lot of Friday night games. It's good. Steph Curry from way downtown. Bang! You're going to hear a little Mike Breen tonight.
As long as got Foster in on the court, it's about to be Warriors.
Minnesota, LA Lakers. Last game, guys, we got the Lakers 2-point home favorites, 222.5 the total in this one. Look, I understand Lakers have issues. They're like, look at the injury report here. We've got Austin Reeves out, Kendrick Nunn out, LeBron's still out. Rajon Rondo's a game time decision with the hamstring. Anthony Davis will play. But they're overcoming it. You know, they beat the Heat in overtime. Now, I know they lost Butler in that game. So what? The Lakers are banged up too. And they overcame it, and they beat the Heat the other night, and they're betting this like it's a letdown spot. It could be for the Lakers, but they're betting it like Minnesota's in good form right now. They're not. They're 0-6 straight up, 0-6 against the spread their last 6 games. So it's a spot I don't want the Lakers, but it's not a spot I have enough trust or faith in Minnesota in. So I'm totally off the game personally here. What do you think, Skee? Lakers, you've been backing them, and you've been good for it the last couple of games. Trust in this team. What do you think tonight? Can they have another bullet, dig down deep, find a way to win tonight? Can they do it again, Skee?
I was hoping everybody here was learning their lesson. It sounds like you halfway learned your lesson, Ian. You don't want to take the Timberwolves, but you're not quite there yet with the Lakers.
Pass.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's a pass for me.
As long as it's not the other side, you know. Why are you taking the Timberwolves here? What have they shown you to make you want to back them? I mean, whatever the opposite of catch, fall, and knife is, that's what this is, right? They've lost 6 in a row by double digits. And you get the Lakers at a pick 'em? Like, come on, man. Ever since that Portland game with the Lakers lost in like embarrassing fashion, like they took that personal, you know what I'm saying? And Anthony Davis was talking about it. He said that he just said that they're a better team than what they showed. They didn't have any energy. They were just lackluster. They were being selfish. And he said that they're better than that. So he said that they're learning to play. They're learning to play now with each other while guys are getting healthy, and it's showing on the court. And Westbrook, in overtime, he wasn't that great, and on defense, he wasn't that great. But in that fourth quarter versus the Heat, he scored or assisted, I think, on every single basket. Like, he's starting to, get it together. So I like what I saw from him. You don't hear me saying that very often. I like the Lakers. I think they've been clearly better than what we've seen from Minnesota. Minnesota also plays tomorrow. You're getting a bargain on the Lakers tonight.
Yeah, they play the Clippers tomorrow night. Dutch, what do you think here?
Yeah, from a side perspective, I'm off this motherfucker, but I like the props though. I like the two Wildcats tonight, honestly. Going at each other. Last time AD was on the court played against Minnesota, he dropped a 50 fucking piece on that ass. And we know as long as this motherfucker don't stub a toe, have a tummy ache, he's good for 30. I like over 25.5 points minus 110. On the other side, I like Cat getting over 22.5 points, right at this average. If he shows up, which he should, against his old school buddy, he should easily get 25 points plus tonight. Look at Bam what he did. 28 easy against the Lakers. They're soft inside with AD, with Dwight. All Dwight does is fucking foul and smile. We ain't seen DeAndre Jordan, so I expect Cat to have a fucking game tonight. Probably get you 30. We'll go over 22.5 points as well. Those are the two sides I like. I know a lot of people like Edwards here. He's been fucking shooting the ball. He's got probably the most green light in the whole league besides KD. This motherfucker just chucking it. So you can look at his points as well. But I like the over 22 with Cat from Minnesota's side. But yeah, man, the Lakers, they be burning money. They do. Skee finds a way, somehow, some way to get it. Props to him. Props to him. So this could be a Lakers spot tonight. I know I wouldn't be back in Minnesota, but I don't bet the Lakers. Definitely not yet. I will bet AD and Cat, though.
Yeah, it's all luck and good fortune.
Nets bets, he said he was reminding us that it's Westbrook's birthday. So we get that birthday game, they ain't going to let him down, and from our guy Wham, I don't want my guy Wham cutting up. I know you like to say the Lakers last in the league defending the paint. Minnesota only 26 scoring in the paint, so no problem.
Yeah, even more reason why Cat gonna go off.
All right, Wham.
Just in case I'm not on the Lakers today. Yeah, I'm on the Lakers, bro. I'm on the Lakers tonight. I learned my lesson. That's why I started laughing when he said Ian learned his lesson. Yes, I've learned my lesson. I think it's just a matchup wise. This is the reason why you take the Lakers. Obviously, I'm still bitter about the damn Jimmy Butler shit with the Heat. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But at the same time, I think that Russell Westbrook will continue to play well. He's actually playing really well, hitting over his 3 props. A lot of people haven't been talking about this. Russ been getting over those threes, bro. Over the last 3-4 games, he's been having 4 threes, 4 threes, 7 threes, 6 threes, makes. We're talking, he's been getting those attempts there. He's been getting the makes over the 1.5 3. So I do like Russ to ball out today, honestly. I like the triple-double here for him. I did sprinkle on that, and I did take the Lakers, bro. I took the Lakers on the money line, and I also took them on the full game here, -2, bro.
They haven't always played well these last 2 games against Miami and Charlotte, but they've played hard. They really have, the Lakers, the last 2 games. You can't deny that whatsoever. All right, great stuff with Dutch, Skee, and Wham. We're going to get to best bets in just a second. 269 live viewers. Hit the like button. First messages, Manscaped and Southtown 101. Southtown 101, stop in when you're in San Antonio. Manscaped.com, mybookie.ag, use promo code PubSports. We got to go right to best bets. We got Net Profit, college basketball, Connor Mack, and Maxwell Smart coming up. We wrap it up now with best bets. We'll start with Skee. What do you like for your best bet? Dutch
asked me last time why I didn't use the Lakers as my best bet. And he said Lakers burning money. I'm going to tell you where they're not burning money. They're not burning money at the house. 6-3 straight up. And Minnesota's lost 6 in a row. Give me the Lake Show.
Lakers best bet for a Skee Profit, the LA Lakers. Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, freshest look, man. We're gonna go ahead and go to we'll go. This is tough for me, but we'll go to La La Land. We'll stick in LA and we'll go AD, Mr. Fragile. You know what I'm saying? Just don't get hurt. Dropped a 50 piece on these motherfuckers last time you seen them. Went over this number 3 of the last 4 games, over 25.5 points. Get this easy money, AD.
All right, there we go. AD. There you go. Prop freshest look for Dutch. Wham, best bet.
Best bet for me is going to come out of Cleveland here. I'm going to take the Cavs first half -2.5. Covered every game at home 4-0. One of the best first half teams so far this league. Let's go.
All right, there you go. Cavs. You get the job done. Wham's best bet. My best bet, New York Knicks -130. Money line against Charlotte. Charlotte off a long road trip. Knicks in a bounce back spot. Knicks get it done tonight. Money line against Charlotte for my best bet. And that'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Up. We got Connor and Max coming up. Net Profit college basketball show right here on Pub Sports Radio. I'll be back with the college football crew. Connor, Big Ragu, DJ Big Boss tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern for the college football Saturday kickoff show. That's a wrap for Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again Monday for the NBA Pub Up right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, salute to the chat, the real ones. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's start putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.